Isaiah Hartenstein, true journeyman, turned $87 million man.
Breaking news right here over First Take. Mr. Hartenstein himself, Isaiah Hartenstein, formerly of the New York Knicks, is now a member of the Oklahoma City Thunder, courtesy of a 3-year, $87 million deal with Oklahoma City. Happy for him, sad for my Knicks, make no mistake about it. I think it's going to be a huge loss.
You probably don't own his jersey. You might not even pronounce his name right. Hartenstein? Hartenstein? Doesn't matter. This guy just bagged $87 million. And trust me, he earned every cent of it. No flash, no nightly top tens, just blue-collar buckets, body-on-the-line defense, and that I got this energy coaches dream about. From European courts to NBA benches to breakout moments, Isaiah Hartenstein didn't climb. He scrapped his way to the top.
He's been excellent down the stretch. The Thunder got to get the ball inbound, and they do so. Hartenstein slips by.
Today, we're breaking down how this overlooked big man turned G League grinds and 10-day contracts into a generational bag. Let's get into it. Before Isaiah Hartenstein was cashing NBA checks with more zeros than a binary code convention, he was just a kid with a not-so-typical basketball origin story. Born in Eugene, Oregon in 1998, Isaiah didn't take the classic American hoops path. His dad, Florian Hartenstein, wasn't just some dude yelling, "box out," at youth games. Florian had real game, played college ball at Oregon, then carved out a solid pro career in Germany. Basically, Hooper DNA was flowing early. But instead of chasing the AAU to D1 to NBA pipeline, Isaiah went the international route. While most American teenagers were worried about prom and Fortnite, 16-year-old Isaiah Hartenstein was battling grown men overseas, 7 feet tall with coordination but didn't scream awkward skyscraper. He faced the usual big man struggles, clunky growth spurts, footwork that needed work, and trying not to look like a giraffe learning ballet. His pro journey began with the Artland Dragons, which sounds like a WWE tag team, but is actually a solid German club. Then he was off to Lithuania's Žalgiris Kaunas before landing with Germany's top squad, the Frankfurt Skyliners. And in Frankfurt, he ate, developed a rebounding addiction, got a feel for spacing, his pass and vision expanded like Germany's Autobahn, fast and with no limits, and those European fundamentals, sharp as a freshly forged German blade. In the 2016 to 2017 season, still a teenager, he put up 11.6 points and 8.7 boards per game in the Basketball Champions League. Not MVP stuff, but solid, especially when you're going toe-to-toe with vets who've been hooping since flip phones were a thing. The Euro style, less isolation, more ball movement, actual structure, rubbed off on Hartenstein. And by the time he declared for the 2017 NBA draft, he wasn't just another tall guy with dreams. He was a polished product, a big man with footwork, vision, and an understanding of how to play in a system. Basically, a Euro big built for the modern NBA. So when the Houston Rockets picked him 43rd overall, it didn't exactly stop the draft broadcast. No hat ceremony, no viral moment, just another second rounder who had to grind for a spot. And grind he did. The Rockets shipped him to their G League team, the Rio Grande Valley Vipers, aka the Proving Grounds, and Isaiah went to work. He bullied the paint, inhaled rebounds, and even showed off that sick passing touch. In 2019, he led the Vipers to a G League title and took home Finals MVP. But the Rockets' perpetual chasing stars and instant gratification remained unimpressed. After a forgettable 51 games, Houston waived him on June 23, 2020, just like that. But Isaiah wasn't done. He became a basketball nomad. The Denver Nuggets gave him a look, brief, like checking your watch at a stoplight. Then the Cleveland Cavaliers tried him on for size. Both teams seemingly unsure what to do with this European-trained center, trying to find his lane in a league that didn't quite know what to do with him. But here's the thing about Hartenstein. He kept showing flashes, a double-double here, a perfect shooting night there, then back to the bench, like watching someone try to parallel park in a truck in a tight space. The potential was there, but the fit never felt clean. until it started clicking. A 15-rebound game, a 5-block night, smart passes from the high post, little moments that screamed, "Yo, this guy's different." The league didn't throw a parade, but behind the scenes, coaches and analysts started raising eyebrows. And then there was the passing. That's what really set him apart. While most centers treat passing like a last resort, Hartenstein was dropping dimes like a point guard with a growth spurt. The European training was showing, reading defenses, finding cutters, swinging the ball. Dude saw the game like a chessboard. Defensively, the advanced stats started turning heads too. When Hartenstein was in the paint, opponents' shooting percentages dropped like meme stocks on a Monday. He was protecting the rim, switching onto guards, rotating like a vet. The eye test and the analytics were finally saying the same thing. This dude is a problem. Then came the break. 2021, a non-guaranteed deal with the LA Clippers, basically a prove-it-or-pack-it contract. And he proved it. Starting the season as just a guy trying to make the roster, finished it as one of the most dependable dudes in the rotation. Officially, he was backing up Ivica Zubac, but unofficially, he was outplaying him in big moments. Hartenstein brought energy, defense, passing, and hustle. On offense, he operated out of a high post like a 7-foot quarterback, finding cutters, swinging the ball, keeping everything fluid. On defense, he was doing the dirty work, blocking shots, switching onto guards, diving for loose balls like his next meal depended on it. And the numbers backed it up. He ranked among the league leaders in field goal percentage. The Clippers' net rating went up when he was on the floor. Coaches noticed. Teammates trusted him. Fans started tweeting about him. This wasn't just a guy. This was a glue guy who made stuff happen. The Clippers' stint was his breakout. Finally, real minutes, real responsibility, and Isaiah flourished like a plant that had finally seen sunlight. No more just surviving in the league. He was thriving, laying the foundation for a future nobody saw coming. That LA chapter opened eyes, so when free agency hit in 2022, teams were watching. And the New York Knicks didn't hesitate. Joining the Knicks in 2023 was when Isaiah Hartenstein's career story went from indie film to blockbuster. Signing a modest 2-year, $16 million deal, Hartenstein arrived in the Big Apple with low expectations. Little did Knicks fans know they weren't just getting a backup center, they were getting a basketball revolution in size 17 shoes. In New York, Hartenstein didn't try to be a star. He just kept doing his thing. Defend, rebound, move the ball, and play smart. And guess what? Coach Tom Thibodeau, the toughest critic in the league, fell in love with him. Which, if you know Tibbs, is like getting a love letter from a drill sergeant. Hartenstein fit the Knicks' identity like a glove. Physical, unselfish, all grit, no drama. His chemistry with Jalen Brunson clicked fast. Their pick-and-roll game became pure poetry. Hartenstein set screens like he was trying to knock over a brick wall and dish passes slicker than a Times Square street magician. And it wasn't just Brunson. Isaiah connected with teammates like he had a sixth sense. Everyone played better with him on the court. Defensively, he became a rim deterrent. He contested everything, rotated like clockwork, and drew charges like it was a competitive sport. And when the 2023 playoffs hit, he shone brightest. His performances against the 76ers and Pacers turned casual fans into Isaiah fanatics. Madison Square Garden, the world's toughest crowd, embraced him with a fervor usually reserved for scoring stars. At this point, it was clear Hartenstein wasn't just some journeyman big. He was a winning piece, a championship ingredient, and the league took notice. Then came the summer of 2024. The Oklahoma City Thunder made a loud statement by handing Hartenstein a 3-year, $87 million deal, a deal that had casual fans frantically Googling, "Who is Isaiah Hartenstein?" That's not just a raise, that's a full-blown validation of everything he'd built: toughness, IQ, effort, consistency. You might be wondering why OKC dropped that kind of bag. The answer was simple. They didn't just want a center, they needed an edge. With a young core led by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jalen Williams, and Chet Holmgren, OKC had the talent, but they needed someone to do the dirty work, someone who would rebound, bang in the paint, protect the rim, and bring that grown man game. That's Isaiah in a nutshell. He's the perfect complement to Chet, allowing Holmgren to roam while he handles the physical battles down low. He didn't go to Oklahoma City to see his name in lights. He went there to win, to elevate a team that's knocking on the door of contention. But the hype hit a speed bump early. In a preseason game against Denver, Hartenstein suffered a non-displaced fracture in his left hand, sidelining him for the first 15 games of the season. It was a setback, but not a stop sign. When he returned, he didn't just blend in, he boomed back, averaging 11.2 points and 10.7 rebounds and finished 8th in the league in boards. And now, with the 2024-25 season winding down, the Thunder, they're sitting at 67-14 with the best record in the NBA and home court advantage locked up. Exactly. This is what OKC paid for. So let's be clear. Isaiah Hartenstein didn't take the usual path to NBA riches. No one handed him a franchise, no big shoe deals, just hustle, growth, and showing up every single night. From German leagues to G League bus rides, from guarding Joel Embiid in the playoffs to anchoring a title contender in OKC. This man's story is everything people claim they want in a player, just minus the hype machine. He didn't chase the spotlight, he chased impact, and that's exactly what got him paid. Hartenstein's career is a perfect blueprint for young players who feel overlooked. He's living proof that you don't need to drop 20 points a night or go viral on social media to have value in the NBA. What coaches care about is knowing your role and doing it well. Hartenstein has built an $87 million career off screens, rebounds, smart passes, and being in the right place at the right time. Nothing fancy, just solid basketball. That's the underrated blueprint. You don't have to be the star. You just have to be the guy stars can't win without. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe for more NBA content that goes beyond the highlights, and drop a comment letting us know which player's journey you want to see next. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.